Okay, so first of all, what is XTEN-AV? XTEN-AV is a cloud-based AI-powered AV design and documentation platform, which lets you design AV drawings and documents at a click of a button. It is a platform which replaces multiple of your tools. A lot of the times you've seen many of our businesses, end users, they're using different kinds of tools for doing AV design and documentation work. Like someone is using Visio, someone is using AutoCAD, someone is using Lucidchart, you're creating documents on Word, and then all of that is spread across different sheets or share folders, and it becomes really tedious and inefficient to manage all of that. So XTEN-AV allows you to do away with all of that by offering you 4 to 5 different package software solutions into one single package. The first one is X.DOC. It's our own drawing and editing tool like Visio and Lucidchart, but with very specific AV features. So it has a library of over 1 million products, and around 5,000 brands are built in, and a lot of automation is also built into it. Then we have our own proposal cum documentation tool. It's called 2.0. We're very soon going to launch a new proposal tool. We're calling it as X.DOC. Actually, I'm going to show you X.DOC today, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to love it a lot. Then we have automation features. We are the only product in the AV industry, only software platform which holds a patent. So we have a patent for a proprietary technology which allows you to generate automated line schematics and line diagrams by following a needs-based questionnaire, and it builds up a BOM and creates drawings and documents for you. Having said that, that is more for educational purposes and for newer people in that industry, salespeople. For all the pros, X.DOC is the way to go. Within X.DOC, you get to use floor plans, you can create line schematics, you can create signal flow diagrams, table schedules, all of that. So if you've been using tools like Bluebeam or Visio, Lucidchart, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel sheets, and any of the MS Office products, you can replace all of that with just one product, which is XTEN-AV. Okay, so one more thing before I start the actual demo. So stay with us till the end of the webinar to know how you could get your CTSRUs. So that'll be revealed towards the end of the webinar. Okay, so all right, so as you could see, this is our dashboard. So this is where you get to, once you first log in, this is your review. If you have a team of people, you can get an entire snapshot of entire team's work in one place. The funnel, all the recent designs the team has been working on, all the projects that have been going on, and all the proposals and documents which you've been working on. And so to start off a new project, you go under project and click on create project. Give it a name, webinar 12. You can, if you have a large organization, you can create different groups and put people into different groups as per regions or departments. And you can also share projects with your team members so you can collaborate with them. So let me quickly add country in here, the vertical. And if you want to add a description, you can do that. You can also associate an account and contact of your customer with the project. And you can enter a budget in here. Select what stage the project is in, when it's going to start and when it's going to end, the procurement date, and then click on submit. So this will create a project for you. So this is your project page. All the information while creating the project will be in here. To add a new design, you can click on that design and you will give it a new name. Let's say I want to do a meeting room. So number of designs is basically the number of similar type of rooms that you're building. Let's say you have a campus and you have a 10-0 meeting room, which is multiplied into 10. So in that case, you will just multiply this into 10. and it will automatically calculate the quantities based on a single BOM, multiply them into 2. So you don't into 10. So you don't need to create the whole all the 10 designs separately. So that this is for that, and then you can select what type of room you're working on, and then you can start off with the floor plan. So this basically allows you to import a DWG, a PNG, JPEG, PDF of a floor plan and draw products, and then it syncs to your BOM. If you don't want to start with that, you just want to start with adding items to your BOM, you can just do that with XTRA method. Or if you want to do a questionnaire, this is basically the needs analysis, where it will step-by-step guide you to complete a BOM, and at the end, will create the drawings for you. Again, this is not for pros. This is for people who are new to the industry, who are learning stuff. It's a great learning and educational tool. Having said that, let me quickly start a new design in floor plan. So yeah, so this is how once you add rooms to a project, it will be shown here in like these different cards. Then there are some of these other options which you can work out of. You can create a proposal for the entire project from here. You can download a zip file of all the different type of drawings which you have created for all the rooms and all the designs. You can replicate a project. So let's say you create a standard based project and you want to do same or similar job in a new project. So you can replicate all the drawings document which you've created already in a project into a new one. You can do asset management. Will automatically add all the products in the BOM, and then you can manage each item in the project, and then save it and export it into all these different formats. And then there are collaboration features. So you can send this project to a team member for approval or share with coworkers for collaboration. And there's a chatter feature here by which you can tag team members and do a comment, and they'll get an email, and all the records will be kept here in one place. And you will get to see all the different users which are there. Now to start a new design, you just click on Start New Design. And so basically, this is your XDRAW design page. So you will see there are basically 2 libraries from where you can search and add your product. So there's an XTEN-AV library and My Library. My Library is basically library of the products for your entire organization. So you can track and manage all your products under My Library page. This is where you can upload hundreds of products in one go and manage all of them, the pricing, the ports information, or any other information, including images and spec sheets and all of that. Or you can also send us your product lists and price sheets, and we can update all of them for you free of cost. And we can build your library for you as well. Or you can do it yourself too. So to start a new design, you can search for a product in XTEN-AV library and then copy it to My Library, so that you're building your own library. So let's say I want to add a BIAM product in here. So you can search from a library of 1 million products and 5,000 brands. So now we have this really nice and cool feature called Search Sense. So if you turn this on, this will, over a period of time, will learn your usage patterns and the products which you've been using regularly. So without you having to type in the exact model number, you can search by the make, or you can just search by categories as well, and it'll give you your most preferred products right on the top. So you can search for it and then add it, and then get an option to copy it to My Library. So once you copy a product to your library, you will see that there is an edit button which opens up. So this allows you to edit all the information, like the description, even the model number, images, categories. You can even override the ports and the IO information as well. You can add more ports if you would like to. All of that is possible. So similarly, this is how you can copy products to your library and you'll get a tag of my library. Or similarly, you can add products yourself. So there are any custom products, any bundles you want to create for yourself where you want to add multiple products into one bundle, you can do that. Or if there's an OFE item, or if there's any item which you couldn't find in our library, you can create it yourself and add the ports and the IO information as well. So let me quickly add another product in here. So so this way, you can add all the products into the BOM. And once you've added all the products, or let's say you want to add products in while you're doing the drawing. So what you can do is you can just click on Open Extra Editor from this window. And then you get an option to do a floor plan or line schematics. So let's say I want to do a line schematics right now. So under line schematics, you get two options. So either you can do a single tab design or a multi-tab design. So single tab is where you want to keep audio video control, all the products on one page. And if you have a complex design, you want to do a multi-tab drawing where you want to put audio video and control at different pages. That's also possible. And there's a way by which you can connect between pages as well for different products. So let's say I want to do a single tab. And this will open up the editor for you and to add the products in there for you. So now these products are added. They will be added under video, audio, and control based on the category they belong to. Now, let's say you want to work in the editor, so you can search for product blocks right from here. So let's say I want to add a restaurant product. Again, I can do a search sense. So this will add the product right over here. And so similarly, you can work in this sheet. You don't need to go back to the BOM page here. You can just work in the sheet as you go along. You can add products and you can make connections pretty easily just by joining the dots in here. And as you could see, you can customize the look and feel of your blocks the way you would like. Even the color coding for different signal types. Cable types, you can do that. You can even assign cable IDs, prefixes in advance, and it will automatically number all of these for you. And yeah, and you can also add product images. So let's say I want to add the image for a BIAM DSP. So you can add an image in here as well. So you can do a combination of image and blocks-based drawing. Please be mindful of the fact that the images won't sync to the BOM. The images only sync to the BOM in the floor plan mode, not in the line schematics mode. So in the line schematics mode, only the blocks will sync. So if you click on save, go back to the BOM and refresh it, there you'll see the Questionnaire CP3 has been added. So this way, you can create your line schematic. And let me quickly show you the extra settings as well. So there is a whole bouquet of settings that you could do under extra. When adding devices in the editor, is there a convenient way to also add them in the BOM? Like I said, when you add a product in the editor, it will automatically sync to the BOM, like I just showed it to you. So the CP3 I added in the drawing, and it got added in the BOM as well. Just got to make sure that you click on save. So I was going to go on the extra settings. So there are cable and signal type settings. So this is where you can give set prefixes for your cable IDs. You can even assign each signal type a color code, even the thickness of the lines. You can group similar type of signals like video signals. I've clubbed them as blue. So all of those are possible under video audio control. When you start a new trial, you will get these pre-populated. We have created all these for you automatically, but this is where you go under, click on extra settings and click on go to extra settings. This will bring up this page for you. This is where you can make the changes. And you can choose whether you want to do cable IDs at both ends and color cable IDs as per signal types. If you want to club them, that's up to you. So that you don't have to manually add colors to all these signal types. If you wish, you can override each of them. That's also possible. So that's that. And then you have a device and block setting. So this will basically allow you, so this is where you can create custom device blocks. So you can, when you click on add new device block, you get multiple templates to choose from. So there is a default template, which is the green one, which you've applied as default. And then these are the template 1, 2, and 3. These are the ones which are already existing in the system. So you can choose any of these. Let's say I want to use template 3 and click on add. Now I get full ability to modify all the properties here. You want to make it a blue color. You want to increase the spacing between the ports so that it's easier to make connections. So it's also possible. It's pretty intuitive and easy to use. So you can customize the device block and make it a standard across all your organizations. Everyone uses the same device blocks in there. Then you also get title block settings. So this is where you can create a custom title block. Give it a name. So you can create either a vertical title block or you can create a horizontal one, whichever you would like to. And then again, you've got full ability. You can upload your own images here, choose your logo, make it a standard, and all of that is possible. Once you go to the drawing, you just click on extra settings, title block setting, and you click on add title block. It will automatically add the title block which you set as default in here. So the one which you've added at default, when you add it in your drawing, it will automatically be added in there. Then you could also add things like, a border as well. You can design the border in the settings itself. Whether you want a rounded border, dash style, or a solid style, all of that is possible. Save it and go back. Go under extra settings. Remove border, add border. So this way you can do that, and then you can convert these drawing into all these different formats. Basically, Visio PDF, all of them, or even HTML you could do. Yeah, and the BOM and the drawing work two ways. So let's say I add here. And I go to the drawing and I click on save changes here and click on full BOM changes. You will see I will get speaker added in here. So it works both ways. Pretty cool, huh? So, and then let me quickly show you a full design which I have done. And yeah, one more thing. So let's say you want to do a multi-page design and you add product block in here. Okay, so this one does not have ports, so let me add another one. So you can basically do multi-page connection. So go under this option and click on layers and click on a product in here. Click on Save Changes. Click on a product connection you want to make to the other tab, and then click on multi-tab connection. And choose your product in here. And then go to the other tab. Click on the connection you want to make to, and then click on Connect. So you will see a node will show up here, and it'll tell you that it's coming from whatever product underline Schematics tab, and the cable ID will be in here. So the same will exist in here as well. So it'll tell you that it's going to Kramer on page 2. Basically, you can rename the tab as well. So pretty cool, huh? So you can make really complex drawings in here very easily. So yeah, so there are lots of small things which are built into this tool, which you start using it to get used to it pretty much very easily. So let me pull up an existing completed design and show you the completed documents that you get once you finish up a design. So once you've added all the products in a design, and once you have worked on the editor and completed all the connections, you go on the BOM page, and then you click on View Design Docs. So this is where you will get all the other documents associated with this design or project. So like a signal flow diagram, this basically will allow you to do a pictorial connection. So you can you will get all the pictures of all the products in here, and you can make your own signal flow between audio, video, and control. That's not a lot of people use it, but it's there. Very useful thing is a rack elevation diagram. This is auto-generated, by the way, so you don't have to manually create this. So based on the product in the BOM, we will automatically add all these products in the rack, and you have full flexibility to move them around. Then you have rack accessories in here, so you can use them, put in the blank plates and all. You can add more racks in here if you want to do that. And again, let's say I want to remove the border, you can do it. So yeah, so that's there. And one more thing which I forgot to tell you was under extra settings. So there is a cable settings. So let's say you want to renumber all your cable IDs. So you can remove all the cable IDs, and once you make all the connections, then from scratch, go under extra settings and click on full cable settings, or sorry, it should be number all. So it will number all the cables for you, and then you click on save. So that's again small things which make your life easier. So rack elevations you get, then you get an automated cable schedule as well. So it will build a cable schedule based on the drawing, the line schematics you have done. We're also working on a way by which in the future you will be able to click on a cable and search for a cable model number, patch cable or a bulk cable, and assign it, and it will automatically be added in the BOM. That's one feature which has been asked a lot, and we are working on it, and it should be live very soon. Then you get cable schedule is there. You can build your own ceiling speaker layouts. Pretty straightforward. We have a ceiling speaker layout tool where you can select which model number, the type of coverage you want, and it will build a ceiling speaker coverage pattern for you and placement based on the number of speakers you take. Then you also have a scope of work section. So this is where you can write your own scope of work, and once you create a proposal from here, the scope of work will be transferred onto your proposal automatically. Or this is just a nice way to keep a record of the scope of work in one place for a design you're working on. And then we have the floor plans here. So you can either create your own floor plan or you can upload a floor plan in all these different formats. So DWG, PNG, JPEG, all of that is possible. So let me quickly show you how that works. So your floor plan is added, and then you click on product images. I want to have some speakers in here. So place it here. So I have a projector in here. Things like that. So you can, pretty much do all of this stuff. Place it and then save it and transfer this drawing into PDF or whatever. And this, so all the records just are maintained for you for all the drawings that you've created right in here. And you can also create a proposal right from here. I'm going to show you the proposal part in this presentation. So once you've created all these documents, you can download obviously a zip file, and you can choose what formats you want all the different documents. Like, if you created all these documents, bill of materials, table schedule, proposal, asset management, line schematic, rack elevation, signal flow diagram, scope of work. So you can choose to download in PDF and Excel. If you've created floor plan, that also can be exported. Each user gets 5 GB of data storage, so you can upload any site images, site pictures, forms, all of that. CAD drawings, if you have CAD designers. So XTEN-AV project page or design page becomes a single source of truth for all kinds of documents which you have created for that project and design. And typically, these are the things which you create for any project. So no need to look for shared folders. And so if you click on it on your registered email ID, you'll get an email. So saying no need to track it, in different shared folders, files, or even folders on your computer. Just come on XTEN-AV.com, go under all projects, search for the project for which you need the documents, open that project, and you get to see all the designs in that project, all the documents in that project. Individually, each room you can view, add more stuff. And then most importantly, let's say you create a standard room. So let's say this AVISPL meeting room is a standard room. I can very easily replicate this into a new project as well. So this is very useful specifically when you're doing standards-based stuff and a lot of replication of similar projects or similar designs. So no need to work from scratch, just give it a new name and select a new project, which you would have obviously created, and then just click on replicate. The entire thing, all the documents associated with it will be copied to the new project. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then we have, if you have any questions, I can go through some of the questions. We are doing pretty good on time. Welcome the new members, Darwin, Eric, Joe, Rafael. Thank you so much. We have really good attendance today. Hope you're liking the session, and hope all of you guys are having a good day wherever you are. It'll be great if you can just comment where are you guys from, which parts of the world you're joining in from. If you cannot, that's also fine. So we're doing pretty good on time. So if you guys don't have any questions up till here, I can move on to the other things. So this is the XDRAW method, and within XDRAW, you can do replace Visio, Lucidchart, Bluebeam, you can create floor plans, all kinds of drawings, documents, project management, asset management. It's basically, it can also act as a shared folder because each user gets 5 GB of storage. So a ton of functionality built in. And then obviously a library, my library or catalog feature, which allows you to build your catalog yourself, or you can send it to us and we can build it for you as well. So having said that, let me quickly show you our questionnaire method of design, which is a proprietary patented technology. Again, just a heads up, it takes a bit of getting used to because it is for newer people in the industry for learning how to design, because it's based on a mix of standards. So let me quickly show you. Project where I have done a design in questionnaire method. So in questionnaire, you basically get, based on the type of room, let's say if you're doing a meeting room, you get asked certain questions like the basic information about the room. Then you obviously have video, audio, and control. So this is where, you can answer basic stuff like your room orientation. And then for the type of a room you're working on, you will get questions on the type of products which go in that room, like a large format display. You go answer the tech part and select the products which you want to choose and click on find products. It will fetch the matching products from our database and also calculate the specs as per the VIXA standard. And click on select, add the quantity, click on add to BOM. Now the product will be added in your BOM. So similarly, you can go ahead, add all these different, answer all these different sections and complete a BOM. You've got to make sure all your sections are complete and you've added and answered everything. Everything should be in green. So once you've added everything, audio, video, and control, you go under bill of materials. So from here, you can transfer this to XDOC. So if you want to build your own drawing, you just use the suggestion and the specs calculation technology here. You can transfer it to XDOC and then make your own drawings. But if you want to create your own, if you want to get automated drawings, then you click on generate design. And as soon as you do generate design, it will automatically create all these documents for you automatically. Let's say your line schematics. This is again auto-generated. You will find that this will look a little different than your X.DOC schematics because this is how it is built. But obviously you have the ability to override this and go in the edit mode. Again, heads up, this is really good only for newer people's, in the industry, students who are trying to learn stuff. If you're a pro, I would highly recommend that you use X.DOC only because questionnaire is really great. But a lot of the pros we've experienced like using X.DOC more because they have certain ways of doing their designs, and questionnaire, the need analysis might not adhere to their ways. But it's great. Having said that, it's great for all the people who want to learn about AV technologies, AV designs. This is a really, really good tool. So you get all these documents automatically, signal flow diagram, how the audio, video, and control signal is flowing with the pictures. Rack layout is automatically generated, cable schedule, ceiling speaker layout is automatically generated. So this is a proprietary technology of ours, which no one has, and it's also patented in the USPTO. So that's questionnaire. So let me see if you have any questions. Hi, Charles from Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you so much. Hi, Darwin. You're from St. George and Las Vegas area. Thank you so much. Darwin says, thanks for a great presentation. Thank you so much. You're liking it. But this is not the end of it. So we are just halfway through, a little over halfway mark. There are a ton of functionality which is built in, which is probably impossible to show in just one session. But I could, one more really, really important feature I would like to show you today is our documentation tool. So all the people who are in the webinar, if you could tell me in the Q&A section, if you do proposals, say yes in the Q&A section. If you create quotes, and if you really want to create good-looking proposals which can win you deals from your customers, and you can create a repeatable process which allows you to create multiple proposals in a very short span of time and create beautiful proposals which are meant for winning. If you want to do that, if you do that, just say yes. Charles says yes. I'm pretty sure others also would like to see that. Saurabh just joined in. Saurabh Satye is joining in. Sunil Sam joined in. Hi, guys. If you guys can tell us where you guys are joining in from, that'll be great. So let me show you our newest tool, which is called as X.DOC. So X.DOC is basically a documentation management, proposal management tool. It is right now in beta. If you're on free trial, you might not have access to it right now. But this has been launched at Infocom, and we are doing final beta testing, and it should be made live within a couple of weeks. But I'd still like you guys to see this, because I can guarantee you, if you've ever worked in a proposal tool or any quoting tool in the AV industry, you won't have seen anything like this before. And I can proudly say this because we have put in a lot of research, a lot of research and development efforts into building this. So X.DOC, like I said, is not just a proposal tool, it's a documentation management platform where you can create and manage all kinds of documents. So let's say a use case in a university environment, you create your drawings, and then you want to create RFPs for coding, or you want to create proposals for sending into internal departments for approving budgets. So you can do all of that in X.DOC. Not just proposal, any kinds of document, RFPs, contracts, agreements. Just click on the plus button and specify what type of document you want to work in, and it will create that for you. And then you can track and manage the entire life cycle of a document. Let's say a proposal, when it is in the draft stage, it could be sent to the customer, viewed, accepted, declined. Now, this tool allows you to do away with digital signature software, because there's a digital signature feature which is built in. So you can send off a proposal to the client, and they can digitally sign it, accept it, and you get timestamp based, legally binding digital signatures all built into this. So we have Darwin says, yes, we do many proposals. So Darwin, you're going to love this new proposal tool. So let me quickly show you how it works. So to start a new document, you just click on whichever document type you're working. Let's say you want to do a proposal, you click on create new. And then one of the best part is you get these hundreds of templates which you could choose from to build your proposal, prefabricated with all the data and really, really nicely designed proposals with all the data already in there. All you've got to do is build, customize it as per your needs. And then you can also save them as a template and mark them as a default, so that next time you know what type of a document you want to work on, you can start off from my templates. There are AV specific templates also there. So as you can see, there's an auditorium, AV Zoom room, classroom, huddle room, meeting room, Teams room, sports bar and lounge, sound masking, retail, residential, network-based room, town hall, cafeteria, video hall, pretty much everything we've covered in here. These are all prefabricated templates you could use from right away. No need to work from scratch, but if you want, you can design from scratch as well. So let's say I want to see what inside each template. So click on preview. So first of all, the most important, you see a nice and clean view here of the entire document in one place, single scrollable document. First thing you'll see that these are like username, user email. What are these? So these are basically something we call as variables. So let's say you create a template and you want to send that particular template to multiple customers. So what you can do is you can assign variables like the contact name, the contact address, the contact's company name. So every time you go on creating a new proposal, you can, while creating a new proposal, I'm sorry, it was in here. So you can go under my templates and just click on use and select, give it a new name, webinar crowd, select the group, and then account. So if you have a customer you want to build it for, so let's say it's And you can save your account and contacts in here. And we can also sync with your CRMs, like we have existing integrations with Zoho, Salesforce, Solutions 360, QuickBooks, HubSpot, and Microsoft Dynamics is coming pretty soon. So we have all these integrations. So from there, we can import your data, or you can just save the data in XTEN-AV as well about your accounts and contacts, or you can create on the spot as well if you want, if you have not saved it previously. And then click on create. So this will automatically fetch all the information about the client which you have saved already, and it will build the entire proposal for you so that you don't have to add all those variables manually, like the client name, address, company address. So like this. So you'll see your prepared by your email address, the prepared for which customer. All these are highlighted in yellow in here. And one of the big things to note over here is that it's a single page scrollable document. So a lot of the other proposal tools in our industry do not allow you to do this. So you can actually make it a full screen, and you can, it's like working on a PDF right away. You don't need to go even in a preview mode, and you can, edit it on the fly. There are a ton of editing features which are built in, like, you can click on add element, you can add a text box, you can add an image, you can even insert PDF like spec sheets and all. There's a digital signature field also built in, which I'm going to show you. There are shapes, like, you want to create graphics using circles, rectangles, and lines. Like, for example, these are graphics shapes which we have created, by which we have designed these really nice looking elements in each page. So you can do all of that as well using the shapes feature in here. And then, you have things like, really, really cool editing features, like you can do rounded corners for each element. You can increase or decrease the opacity of each element, even for, let's say, the background, you can increase and decrease the opacity, you can change the color. All of that is possible. And then full editing features are built in. So I want to do undo and redo, all of that is possible. Like, I want to change it back to the original color. Yeah. So yeah, so it's really filled with a lot of design related capabilities, so you can build really nice and beautiful looking proposal. And trust me, that matters a lot to your customer. If you have really nice looking proposal, presentable proposal, your chances of winning that contract goes at least 50% higher. So if you're not using a nice proposal tool where you can create these beautiful documents, you are losing out. And there is a survey, there's a study which has happened behind this, which proves this fact. So having said that, let me quickly show you how you can customize things in here. So let's say I want to add my company image. There's a white image in here. So I can drag it in here. And let's say I want to add it on each page. So you just click on the image and click on repeater, and we'll automatically add it on all the pages. Isn't that cool? So there are a ton of features like these which are available, which you can use. And then once you have worked on the proposal, you click on templates. And let's say you want to save this if you've made any design changes or content changes. Let's say save it as a new template. Click on save. And now it will be saved as a template. And when you will go under your template, it will appear the next time under my templates. This is the one. And then you can choose to share it with your team members. And you can also mark it as a default, so that, if you share it with your team members, then you can mark it as a default. This proposal, the star will change and it will be a default. So every time you can just start off from here. So yeah, so that's how you can create template. Now let me quickly show you the digital signature feature. Okay, I've got to use a different proposal in here. That's not my email ID. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so it's fetching the customer information in here. And when we go to the sign off page, so I want to add an element in here, add signature. So you can add as many signees. If for a company, if there are multiple people who need to sign the contract, you can assign different users. And then you can either add initials or you can add a signature field, a full signature. So you want to add initials on every page, you can add an element and add a signature, initial field on every page. And let's say then you want some internal signatures as well. So you add signatures. And I would like to sign it on behalf of my company, so I can add it in here. So I've added the signature field now. Now so I need to work on my pricing. So under areas and items, if you click on areas and items button, it will open up your worksheet. So this is where you can work on the pricing of all your products. So you can work on a markup method or you can work on a margin method. All of that is possible. And you can do labor as well. There are different ways of doing labor. So let's say you let's change the way we do labor here. So if you go under advanced, so to do custom labor, click on the labor settings in here. So I click on per item. So if you choose a per item labor, you can predefine all these labor heads for each product, like installation, programming, testing, training, commissioning. You can even add more if you want, or you can modify the existing ones and you can create your own. And that's basically it. And then you can go back to the proposal. And then when you will click on each item, okay, so labor settings can only be edited in the room tab. So this is the summary tab. Now this is your individual room. So you can add more rooms or areas in a proposal. So to edit labor, you click on each room and then click on each item. And then you should be getting a labor field in here. It's updated, I don't know. Okay, go back to the proposal again. Okay, there's something wrong in here. It's probably because it's in beta right now. It's not live, but you'll be able to see, you can do per item labor where you can predefine the labor heads. And once you've added all the labor, it will show up here. And then there are ways by which you can choose what you want to show to the client. You want to do a lump sum pricing, or you want to do what else you want to show to the client. So once you're done, you've added the signature field and everything in here. You can do a quick preview of how the document is going to appear to the client. This is how it's going to appear to the customer. Very nice and clean. Single scrollable. And then there will be a sign off page. So once you're okay with this, you can go back and click on actions and click on review and submit. So this is where you can send there are different ways by which you can send a proposal to the client. So either you can download a PDF and send it to the client, but then you will lose the digital signature feature. The better way or the best way is either you can copy a link for this and send it from your own email, or you can send up an email right from this tool itself. You can copy it to yourself or others you want to market to. You can change the subject, the content inside, and just click on send to client. And this will send the proposal to the client on your behalf from your name. So as soon as this moves forward, so you'll see the webinar 12, the proposal which I was working on, moved into the send stage. Now, we have a few questions here. Sven Corner, is it free to use? How much does it cost? Modular cost plan, full version, premium version, etc. Yes, I will cover. I will cover the pricing. It's free to use for a month, but I will cover the pricing. I was just about to finish this off. So, okay, so yeah, so the proposal has been sent to the client. So this is my client email. So let me open up it in a new link and open it up in a new incognito window. Can you guys see the new window? Just say yes, anyone? Cool. So this is how it's going to appear to the customer when they open up from their email. The email will look something like this. It will come from your name, but with our domain. But in the future, we are working to make sure that we can integrate with your domain as well. And if you're on a paid plan, it will replace your logo here. This is how it's going to appear to the client. They can scroll and read through the entire proposal. Looks really nice, neat, and clean. Single document, easy. And this is also optimized for mobile as well. So they can view it on their phones or tablets, wherever they are. That's pretty nice. So, and then they can sign it. So they can draw their own signature if they want to, or they can just type their name and draw the signature for them, and then click on sign it, and then click on accept, click on I agree and accept. And now this proposal will move in the accepted stage. So now the client can't do anything in here. So now you can go back and you will see that it will appear under view. So once the client has seen it, it will move automatically to view. You will also get email alerts with every stage. When they sign it, when they view it, you will also get a notification on your email at every stage. And then it's time for me to sign it as well. So I'm going to sign it here. Click on accept. Accepted. So now everyone will get an email that the proposal has been fully signed, and even the client will get an email, and they'll get a PDF with the signed, and it will look, it will come with the timestamp as well. So you'll get the timestamp, time and the date stamp as well when it has been signed. And you can obviously download this in a PDF as well. So, and you will see that this will move under accepted. Yeah, so it has been moved under accepted. So this way, you can track the entire life cycle, and then you can also see the activity logs of when it was viewed and signed, and you will get all of this in email as well. So you can do different things. You can put them in archive if you have different, if you have lots of documents being accumulated. You can share with coworkers while they're in the draft stage. You can share, send for approval to a manager. So that entire workflow is there. So that's X.DOC for you. So this is under beta testing right now. This should be live within the next couple of weeks. So coming on to pricing. So obviously we have a free trial with no credit card required. So to sign up for a free trial, go on XTEN-AV.com, click on free trial, and it will allow you to register and you can start using it right away. And the pricing is pretty straightforward. If you're a small company, 1 to 4 users, you can use the basic plan, which costs $44 per user per month, which is billed annually. If you go for a monthly plan, it's a little expensive. If you go for a business plan, it's $249 for 5 users, which is $49.80 per user per month. But again, you get an annual discount of 25% and goes down to $37.35. So for all the people on this webinar, there is a special offer. If you sign up for a free trial and upgrade within the next 15 days, you will get a 10% discount on our standard pricing. So, and again, it's pay as you go, so you can cancel anytime. So to just upgrade and send us an email or send us on chat support that you attended this webinar on August 9th and you would like to upgrade at a 10% discount. So this is a special offer for all of you who are present on this webinar. And trust me, the software will pay for itself. You know, the proposal tool itself is amazing. The design and drawing part is amazing. You have so many features which are built in, and the cost will basically pay for itself. It can replace so many different tools which you're using, so many different subscriptions which you're using, which is costing you hundreds of dollars per month. With a single subscription, you can do so many things. So coming on to the last thing for the webinar is to get your CTS-RU certificates, please send us an email at support@xtenav.com. So which is basically support@xtenav.com. You can see on there, and we will send you your certificates. Just mention that you attended this webinar. And if you guys would like to schedule a one-on-one session with specific questions you may have, you can go on our website and click on contact and click on schedule a demo. If you do that, you will get a personal demo and answer your questions from one of us. So it's this is me, Vib Singh, and then you can schedule a demo with Sahel as well. And you can schedule a time which works for you based on the calendar which you get here. I highly recommend it if you have a team of 4 to 5 users. Get on a call with us, get on a one-on-one demo, and we can show you how much cost and time savings we can do with our platform and how much we can increase efficiency and productivity for you and your teams. And so basically you can have more time to do a lot of more personal stuff and professional stuff as well. Yeah, so that's that. You can schedule a demo from the bottom of the page here as well. And for future events, you can click on events and you will get to see all our future webinars as well. For all the users from university, higher ed, we do a webinar every month for higher ed AV and how specifically we solve issues for higher ed AV environment. This webinar is really, really interesting. So please join us for that as well. And I would highly recommend that you sign up for a free trial and upgrade in the next 15 days to get the 10% additional discount because it's going to be totally worth it. All right. So if you guys have any questions, I can take, we are over time now. So if you guys have any questions, I can take a few more questions. So thank you, Rob. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, Sunil. Thank you, Sven. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Johnny, Rafael, Joe, Eric, Darwin, Daniel, Charles, Andy Moss. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining in for today's session. Hope you liked it and hope you're going to come back again, sign up for a trial if you are not already using it, and take the benefit of the 10% offer if you sign up within the next 15 days. It is totally worth it, guys. I trust you. I'll give you your money back if you don't find it worthwhile. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I'll just quickly, we're going to wrap this up. All right. So thank you so much for joining in wherever you are. Have a great day, great evening, and I'll see you on the next webinar or probably on a one-on-one demo if you will schedule with me. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.